Look at this, it's the Rat. This thing looks pretty darn gnarly. I got it in a Rust and Rumble crate, and it is a pack of rats. This thing is unbelievable. It looks completely gnarly, and there's like glowing stuff down at the bottom of the hull. This thing is kind of crazy looking, but it is a Z-23. It's the Rascal Skin for the Z-23, and I haven't really done many videos on the German destroyers, so I thought I would take a chance to show you the setup of the ship and the commander and go out in a quick battle in Standard and show some spectacular highlights with this thing. The camo had nothing to do with it, but it was still a great shot of some torpedo action. So first, as you can see, my commander is Spee. His base trait is Misty Morning, which reduces a smoke generator consumable reload time. The inspirations are Eric Bay for concealment and Reginald Tyrwhitt for a decrease in the torpedo launcher reload time. As far as the skills, I have Subsurface Venture, which is pretty standard. It reduces the torpedo launcher reload time and increases the travel speed and increases the destroyer's main battery reload time. So this is like a triple whammy. But, you know, the reload time of the destroyer's main guns is increased by 10%, but I'm mostly using the ship for torpedoes, not guns. Second skill is Look at Me Now, increases the ship concealment rating. Back in Stock to further reduce the torpedo launcher reload time. And Smoke on the Water is the fourth skill. You can see I have him ranked up to 15.3 to really max out the torpedo reload time here for Back in Stock. That maxes out with the third legendary skill. And as far as the legendary skill, I have Unstoppable to prevent the engine from getting conked out. So it will still keep going, and you can see the effect is good up to 6 kilometers. If I go to legendary rank 4, that will be maxed out to 7.5 kilometers. So let's take a look at the setup of the ship, which is kind of extensive here. These Tier 7 ships have quite a few upgrades. I think this is the most upgrades of any ship in the game. At least it seemed like it when I set it up. So first thing is Aiming Systems Mod 1, Propulsion Mod 2, Concealment Mod 1, Torpedo Launcher Mod 3, and then the rest of the default upgrades here. The torpedoes again increases the range up to 9.5 kilometers and the speed up to 70 knots, and the detectability range is 1.4 kilometers. And we have the artillery mod installed here. Targeting System Type 7 Mod 2 increases the firing range 10%. So this is for the main guns. And here, this is a hull upgrade to give you up to 19,500 hit points. So there you go. It's completely upgraded. It does cost a couple of credits to do this. As far as the loadouts go, you can see here it's all the normal stuff. The rounds and the torpedoes and the consumables. Nothing can be changed. It's all the standard stuff. The camo here, the Rascal camo. Let's look at the stats. 19,000 hit points. Artillery 10.6 kilometers. Kind of standard numbers for the shell damage. Torpedoes reload time is down to 56 seconds, which I think is pretty good. 14,400 damage on the torpedoes, 9.5 kilometer range with a 70 knot speed, which is some of the best numbers in the game, I believe anyway. It's some of the best out of any of the destroyers I have. Here are the AA numbers. Maneuverability 37 knots, which is pretty good. You can increase that with the speed booster. And you can see the detectability is down to concealment is 99. Detectability by sea is 5.2 kilometers, which is pretty darn good. The armor is pretty darn light. And the overview, it's tough, above average HP rating, big guns, extended sonar. Z-23 was developed from the Lippert Mass class of destroyers. The ship had large dimensions and greater firepower compared to her prototype. She received 150mm main gun mounts, but retained the torpedo armament of her predecessor. Entered service in 1940, and there were 15 ships in the class. I don't think any of them had the skin, but hey, there you go. Okay, well with that, let's go check out the highlights that I have. Alright, we're in standard, we're in land of fire, and here I'm going to do a little bit of a 360 on the Z-23 with the rat camo. And this is going to be a highlight reel. It's not really going to be the entire battle at all. We're going to highlight some devastating torpedo strikes with the Z-23. And, oh, you can see the rat tail on the back of that thing there. That's what that is. It's a rat tail. I was wondering what that long thing was. It was winding around the ship. That's a rat tail. Holy cow. So, anyway, I am in a division. You can see my division mate right there behind me. I think he's going to get taken out fairly quickly. But this battle was kind of boring for me. For the first 5 minutes anyway, and here's where all the action happens. There's a Georgia right there. You can see he is within range, and he is closing in on my detectability. So I am going to hit the smoke here. You see I released some torpedoes, but I didn't release both racks. I only released the first rack, and you can see the Georgia is pretty speedy. He sees the torpedoes, and he is turning to avoid them and come right at the smoke, it looks like. So I have to be very careful here. If he closes within his detectability range, the mandatory detectability range, which is under 3 kilometers, between 3 and 2 kilometers, you're going to see the eyeball pop up there, like right there. I think that's from the Georgia. And luckily, I don't know why, but he's given me his broadside. This is awesome. I don't really know why he would do that, but I'm happy he did. And this, you know, the 70-kilometer speed torpedoes are really going to make short work of this guy, and all 4 torpedoes hit. This is absolutely awesome. This does not happen every match, but there's the Lion over there, and we are reloaded already because I have worked on the reload speed of the torpedo. So the first rack that I fired that was a miss, it reloaded, and I fired that rack right there at the Lion, and you can see that those other torpedoes from my teammate completely missed. And it looks like I'm going to get 4 torpedo hits again. This is awesome. It was only 3, but I do get a complete kill. So just like that, I'm up to 57,000 in damage, and I am still kind of peppering the guy with my main guns. I'm down to no smoke, so I'm going to leave the smoke screen. And I don't have a torpedo option there, so I'm going to go hide behind this island, and I'm going to try to just hit this guy a little bit. It looks like he's not in a good position to fire back at me, so that was really, you know, that was the extent of the match and the highlights. So the battle's over. I believe we did win this match. There you go, victory. We did win. 209,000 credits, 63,000 damage, 28 main gun hits, 7 torpedo hits, 2 destroyed ships, 1 assisted and captured, and a devastating strike medal. Let's see what we did on the economy tab here. We made 65,000 on that little joyride, so that was good. All right, well, I'm gonna leave you with a 360 of the Z-23 rat camo. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool looking camo, and I'm going to enjoy playing the ship a little bit. This is the Jaguar.
and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.